Hello, physical geology students. It's Saturday, June the 6th, 2020, and I have prepared your sedimentary rock lab boxes. They will be available on Sunday, June the 7th at 9 a.m. So somebody needs to send one person in your group to pick up your sedimentary rock lab samples um, tomorrow on Sunday. Also, two groups have not returned their minerals boxes yet. Um, the two groups who haven't returned your mineral boxes, please return those, and at the same time pick up your sedimentary rock lab boxes. All right. So what I'm going to talk about in this video, which is going to be called Summer 11, is I'm going to talk about sedimentary rocks. Let me quit something here. Let's see. All right. So there's too many programs open. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to send you an answer sheet for your sedimentary rocks lab. It's going to be due on Tuesday, not Thursday. I wrote Thursday here for some reason. Tuesday, which is June the 7th at 5 p.m. And we're going to have a quiz on June the 9th. Here, I'm going to send you an answer sheet. And you're going to get 15 different sedimentary rocks. And they're going to be in bags labeled 1 through 15. And your job is to figure out which rock is which. And also these other things: texture, grain size, does it contain calcite or not, and the depositional environment. So I'm going to show you how to do that. First thing is texture. When you look at sedimentary rocks, there are three textures: detrital, chemical, or bioclastic. First thing you want to do when you pick up a sedimentary rock is figure out, is it detrital, chemical, or bioclastic? And a detrital sedimentary rock is a rock that's made out of pebbles, sand, silt, or clay. Some examples of detrital sedimentary rocks. I'm going to show you some samples of these, examples of these. You have ones that are made of rounded pebbles. That's called conglomerate. You have ones that are made out of jagged pebbles. Like this, and that's called breccia, B-R-E-C-C-I-A. You have another detrital sedimentary rock you're going to see over and over again, a sandstone. It's made of sand. So you all know what sand looks like. If you have played in the sandbox when you were a kid, or if you went to the beach, you know what sandstone looks like. Notice it has all kinds of different colors. So you can't use color to identify sandstone, quartz sandstone. You have to use the size of the particles, which are sand-sized. So sand-sized particles. I'm going to give you a grain size chart, and it'll show you the size of sand. And if it's made of gravel, it's breccia or conglomerate. Rounded gravel is conglomerate. Rounded angular gravel is breccia. If it's made of sand, it's called sandstone. Now, a red sandstone, a dark red sandstone, has a special name, and that's called arkose. This is what Arcos looks like. It's a red sandstone. It might have a few pebbles in it, but it's almost all sand. It's a red sandstone. That's called Arcos. Another type of detrital sedimentary rock is one that's called Silt Stone. And silt is smaller than sand. Look how small silt is. And silt can come in many colors. You can't identify siltstone by color. That's why taking photographs of these rocks is not enough. You have to look at the size of the particles. They're smaller than sand. It's made of silt. It's called siltstone. And the detrital sedimentary rock that has the smallest particles is called shale. It's made of clay. So you can see clay is the finest. The silt is the second finest, then sand, then gravel. So it's real easy to tell what shale looks like because it's flat. It could come in different colors, but it's real flat looking. It's made of clay. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Your detrital sedimentary rocks are conglomerate, breccia, quartz sandstone, Arcos, siltstone, and shale. Those are going to be some of the rocks you're going to look at. Those are detrital sedimentary rocks. If the rock is a detrital sedimentary rock, you need to fill in its grain size. Write in, does it have gravel, sand, silt, or clay in it? The other sedimentary texture that you're going to see is called a bioclastic sedimentary rock. Bioclastic. Bioclastic sedimentary rocks. What does bio mean? It means it has living things in it. And I'm going to show you some examples of rocks that are bioclastic sedimentary rocks. That means they're made of living things. First one I'm going to show you is this one here. It's made of seashells. It's the sedimentary rock called coquina. Coquina. Another bioclastic sedimentary rock that you might find is limestone. If you find little shells in a rock like this, and all limestones, by the way, will react with acid. So if you drop acid, it could be a limestone. It could be something else, but it could also be. All limestones will react with acid. If it's got fossils in it, it's a bioclastic limestone. If it doesn't, it's what we call chemical limestone. Another bioclastic rock is coal, bituminous coal. Don't just write coal for your answer because there's metamorphic coal too, which is called anthracite. Bituminous coal is what we have here in the great state of Tennessee, in West Virginia, etc. If a rock is dark black, that means something died inside of the rock. It's bioclastic. A chemical sedimentary rock. So here's your three textures: detrital, chemical, and bioclastic. If you can't see any evidence of life in the rock, and it's not made of gravel, sand, silt, or clay, then it is a chemical sedimentary rock. For example, okay, you're going to get two limestones. And limestones come in all sorts of colors. So you can't tell it's a limestone just by looking at its color. It can come in dark gray, light brown, tan, beige. But all limestones are made of the mineral calcite. If you drop acid on the rock and it has calcite in it, it's a limestone. But there is one special limestone you need to be able to identify. And coquina will also react with acid. Coquina and limestone will react with acid. But there's a special type of limestone you have to identify, and it's called chalk. Chalk. If you're from New Jersey, we call it chalk. And not that kind of chalk. Let's see. That kind of chalk's made out of chalk, but let's take a look. Oh, holy mother. Okay, let's take a look at the cliffs of Dover in England. It's made of chalk. Chalk will react with acid, and you can write with it. You can write with chalk. It's a special type of limestone. Kind of looks like this. There's the cliffs of Dover in England. Hope you get a chance to go to the cliffs of Dover in England and see these chalk cliffs. This is their Grand Canyon, the English people's Grand Canyon. I have a friend from England. I told him I was going to tell you about the cliffs of Dover, and he told me to tell you the story. Tell them, Arthur, that as a young lad I used to walk the cliffs of Dover. I'd walk 100 yards here and 100 yards there, thinking profound thoughts about evolution. He's a biologist. And why do species change? And are genetic mutations involved? And tell them that then I took a piss off the side. I pointed Percy and took a piss off the side. I said, John, why do you have to call it Percy? Why do you have to give that a name? And he said, that's silly, Arthur. If something controls every aspect of your life, doesn't it deserve a name? Anyway, he told me to tell you that. I hope that's R-rated, but that's my friend John Biggerstaff. Anyway, so so you want to figure out, does it contain calcite? All you got to do is drop acid on it, and you can figure out yes or no. Does it have calcite in it? And if it has calcite in it, it could be chalk, coquina, or limestone. But there's another sedimentary rock. It's a chemical sedimentary rock called Dolostone. And Dolostone is usually tan in color. And when you drop acid on it, it doesn't react at the beginning, but you wait a few seconds and there's a gentle bubbling, and that's called Dolostone. If it's calcite, it'll react immediately. And then it's limestone, coquina, or chalk. I'm also going to give you a piece of glass so you can identify chert, Chert. Chert is light in color. The Indians used to use it to make arrowheads, so it's very sharp. Arrowheads. You could scratch glass with it. A dark colored chert is called flint. These are both chemical sedimentary rocks. So this is a dark colored chert and it's called flint, Flint. Those are the rocks that you need to identify. Then once you're done that, then you got to figure out, where did that rock form? I'm going to send you this diagram. Did it form in the deep ocean, the shallow ocean? Did it form on a beach, on a delta, and a river, a glacier? Where did it form? There's going to be hints in the rock that are going to tell you where that rock might have formed. Write down a probable depositional environment. Did it form in a swamp, shallow ocean? Did it form in a river? Did it form on a cliffside? And so once you identify the rock, you can just go on Google and say, chert. In what depositional environment does chert form? And in what depositional environment does quartz sandstone form? And you can fill out that. So I hope that helps you in identifying your sedimentary rocks. Some of this information will also be on the test.